So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I might be posting this a bit too late, but there are certain things I wanted to say in regards to the Daniel Larson situation. The first is that no matter what you do not, and I mean this in the strictest confidence, do not donate to Daniel Larson or or come together to actually post money to afford Daniel Larson's bail, because there are many reasons why you should not be doing this, ladies and gentlemen. But even by this date, the trolls or white knights or weens might have already have set Daniel Larson free for the second time. But I have to highlight a number of things, ladies and gentlemen, is that even if you were considering doing it, bear these sorts of things in mind. Is that considering that this is not the first time Daniel Larson has been arrested, are you going to be satisfied at the knowledge that people will know you as the person who bailed out somebody who is not only the P word, but is also will just openly beg for money, live an extremely destitute lifestyle, will blame and absolutely will do anything to make sure that he has to avoid any level of responsibility or accountability in the real world, will frequently blame the people who actually donate him for his troubles, will get into trouble for things that Daniel Larson would absolutely know better off that he should not be getting himself involved in, and will consequently be rearrested yet again. So, are you really trying to suggest that you've got better things to do with your money than release an absolute nut job like Daniel Larson back into the real world? Do you think that's within your best interests, or do you think that's like in the interests of other people? Because what happens if there's a situation where Daniel Larson actually hurts somebody completely innocent? Is that something you want to be known for, ladies and gentlemen? Because people will look towards people like you because you were responsible for releasing Daniel Larson in the first place. Now, in the event of this highly unlikely nature, but some idiots on the internet will probably think that this is a great idea to become famous and will try and do it anyway. Because it even says on the Daniel Larson wiki that Daniel has been released once again. So maybe it's possibly likely that maybe even Daniel Larson got the money together, because I think it's only like a $120 to actually pay for his bail. So, or either that, or it could be Bob who was responsible for this. Now, maybe Bob, once again, is a better man than all of us, but I'm almost willing to say that if this had happened to me and I was arrested, I would not be expecting anybody to bail me out the first time, let alone the second. So is this a case of Bob just trying to protect Daniel, but even though Daniel Larson is absolutely just so deep in his ways that the thought of trying to make reparations is completely for nothing? Or is it the other case scenario, ladies and gentlemen, where it's fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? So a lot of these are going to have to be answered by probably the person or persons who actually paid for Daniel Larson's bail. And, well, I just got to say this again, ladies and gentlemen, is that don't donate to Daniel Larson. Don't watch any of his material. If you want Daniel Larson to go away forever, then just don't pay attention to him. Don't pay any amount of your minutes or any amount of your money towards Daniel Larson, because all that is doing at this point is furthering his delusions and furthering his beliefs that only he could be right and Grace Vanderbilt will one day be rightfully his. That's the sort of person we're dealing with. And, well, is it worth it? Really? That's the thing I'm beginning to really come to terms with Daniel Larson, is that being involved in any way, shape, or form is simply not worth it. And the only thing I could think about doing right now is just, again, covering some things by Daniel Larson, because, well, Daniel Larson isn't going to be receiving any of the attention for that. It's just to highlight some of the batshit things that he's done. And, well, that's just about all I've got to say about that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give money to Daniel Larson. Don't give him your attention. Let him fail by his own merits, because whether you try and pity him, he will not be particularly very humble about it and will simply act as though nothing has changed. So please, don't waste your money, your time, your effort on Daniel Larson. He is, well, as some people would call it, a lost cause. And with that being said, goodbye and good night.